What up, guys? Yeah, I will be showing you guys the best break of structure forex strategy, because a lot of people confuses choke with BOS. Choke in the sense that change of character, and BOS, which is breakout structure. Okay, some traders really don't understand what a choke and a BOS is. But in this video, we're not really talking about the choke. I just want to show you what BOS, which is breakout structure, what it really means. Okay, so with no further ado, let's just dive in. I think with this video, like with this illustration that you all can see right here, I know you all can see the market is kind of sell. As you can see, the market is selling. How? We have the last low here. Market broke it out to the downside. You already know that's a breakout structure to the downside. Then we have another one here. Market broke it out to the downside. First thing first, when you see a consecutive breakout, if you are buying, you know you need two consecutive highs being broken to the upside. And if you are selling, you know you need consecutive two lows being broken to the downside here. So as far as this illustration is concerned, you can see the market is selling. First thing first is for you to mark your point of interest, whatever, order block, order flow, whatever, fair value gap. Just mark whatever thing you call it in your region, just mark it out. Okay, so when market come back to your whatever that you marked, being your order block, order flow, anything that you mark, just wait for a BOS. Then what do we mean by a BOS? What do we mean by a BOS? The first, in your time frame, we have three type of time frames. We have the bias time frame, we have the trend time frames, and we have the confirmation entry time frame. Okay, so this kind of scenario, let's assume that this big picture, like this one move like this, is the 1 hour time frame, or let me say 4 hours time frame. Okay, this one to 4 hours time frame. Okay, then let's now say this one here is the 15 minutes time frame, like this chunky, this one here. I don't know how to clarify that. I know you guys should understand here. So let's say this one here, let's say all these ones here, they are 15 minutes time frame. Okay, I hope you guys get like that. Okay, so now the first thing first, like I said, in your bias time frame, you mark your order block, fair value gap, point of interest, key zone, support or resistance, depend on the directional bias of the trend. You mark it. Then when market come back to it, you just need two consecutive low being broken. That's how to confirm a breakout structure. Okay, so here now, as we can see, market make an higher high here, like higher low on our lower time frame, then another higher high. Then this is a breakout structure to the upside. Then higher low. This higher low is not an higher low, it's a choke. So this one is a choke. There's no I'm going to be talking about BOS that I'm not going to be talking about choke. Okay, so this is a choke, but we are not talking about choke. Then you can see after that, markets make another kind of a very internal structure, then later on broke out from this low. So this is the BOS that we're talking about. That is the bottom line of this video. Okay, so this is the BOS. You need two consecutive uh loads or highs to be broken before you confirm it. Okay, so this is the BOS. Okay, so this is how to identify breakout structure. And I told you something in my recent videos. I told you guys that BOS, which is breakout structure, confirms that the market is ready to go to your direction. That is just the meaning. So as you can see now, I'm breaking it down to you, like I'm breaking the breakout structure, like the breakout structure for a strategy. I'm breaking it into you, so that you guys can understand. So it is after this BOS now that you can now enter your market. After a BOS, you might have another block, order flow, or breakout block, whatever. Then you might just decide to sell, then you target the external range liquidity, your stop loss high. Then you target this external range liquidity, which is this low. Okay, so the easy peasy, no stress. That is how to identify a valid breakout structure. Okay, so let's just go to the chart. Let's just check one or two pairs to quickly pinpoint this illustration that I just made, to quickly pinpoint it out. Okay, so, or probably, let me do something before I go to the live chat. Let me do something. So let's assume that this market give us something like this again. let's assume that we already have a breakout here too, yeah. So we should be having an order block here too. Okay, so let's now say market now do something like this again. Let's say market do something like this again. Okay, this one that you are seeing now is a what? This is a is a continuation trade, is an internal continuation trade. Okay, don't let me even pull that. Don't let me pull that. Let me just pull this. Okay, so let's now say you see something like this on the chart. Something like this on the chart. Then market make a kind of something like this again. Okay, like this. So this is our what? This is our BOS. This is what you need to continue selling the market as per this illustration is concerned. So this is what you need. You already mark your order block here. As you can see on your bias time frame, you already mark your order block. The market has go back to your order block. Then market has given you a choke. You first of all see a choke, then a BOS. So this is a BOS. This is the BOS. This is the real reason why we are making this video. So this is how to identify BOS. Some people mistake choke for a BOS. Change of character is quite different from breakout structure or break of structure, whatever you call it in your region is fine. Okay, so the important thing is for you to know how to identify it on the financial market graph. Okay, so break of structure is kind of different to change of character or market structure shift or change the state of delivery, whatever you still call that one to in your region is fine by you. Okay, so now what are we talking about? We are talking about breakout structure. So this is the breakout structure. So if you want to sell now, you can just decide to just I don't know, if you are trading breakout block or whatever, you can decide to just pull your tool like this, your stop loss above the high, then you target the recent external range liquidity, which is here. So that is just how to trade sorry so that is how to trade breakout structure perfectly. So this thing you are seeing here, you might not see it anyways. Okay, so this is just the sniper entry breakout structure forex strategy that you might ever need. That's what I'm giving you right now. So let's just check the chart. Okay, let's check the chart and let's see. Maybe we are going to see. First thing first, your bias is very important. We are on EUR card 4 hours time frame. Okay, let's quickly look out for a breakout structure. We have one here. I told you, for you to confirm a trend of the market, you need two consecutive high or low being broken. So we have two lows here being broken. So that confirms that this market is selling. So we have this high. Then fast forward to the illustration I just made. Okay, so you guys wanted to like a normal trader should know that if market should actually make a BOS like this, you want to sell unless if the market is breaking this side. That's when that is the only time your bias is going to be changing. But unfortunately the market is not breaking that high. So definitely on your confirmation time frame, which is 15-minute time frame, you'll be looking for an opportunity to do what? An opportunity to sell the what? Sell the price or sell the market. Okay, so with markets now, so we should be focusing on this side. Let me just inscribe it. So let's go to 15-minute time frame for our confirmation entry for the sale. Okay, let's go to 15-minute time frame for our confirmation entry for the sale. All right, so I hope the chart brings it on. I hope the chart brings it on. Let's see. I hope the chart brings it on anyway. And if the chart is not bringing it on, we might decide to make use of 30 minutes time frame. Okay, so the chart is not bringing it on. Let's go to 30 minutes. Let's go to 30 minutes. You can still see a confirmation on 30 minutes too. It's not compulsory 15 minutes only. Yeah, so you just need to understand market structure very well. If you understand market structure very well, you confirming your confirmation entry is not going to be a problem. So yeah, we are here. Market has already touched our order block, key level, support level, bear value gap, whatever, then we must be looking to sell. Now, where is our we need a BOS. Like I said, we need a BOS, we need a BOS, we need a BOS somewhere here before you can sell the market. We need a BOS. So as you can see, this market actually gave us a what? A BOS. Where? Here. This is a BOS here. This is a BOS here. Let me quickly talk about choke too. So we have a choke here. Okay. Then we have a BOS here. So this is what I'm saying. That's how to identify a valid breakout structure. Okay. So that's the BOS. So if you want to sell, we might just like to sell from the breaker. Then you just put your stop loss above the breaker like this. Then you target the recent, I don't know where it is, but you just target the recent external range liquidity, something like that. I don't know. Let me see if I can see. I should have marked that out on 4 hours time frame already. I think it should be somewhere here. I think it should be somewhere here. I think. But let me go to 4 hours to make it more faster. Let me go to 4 hours to make it more faster. Okay. So this was the low, as you can see. So this was the low. So after that, after the BOS, you can, just execute your trade successfully. As you can see on 4 hours, this was our high. Then you should be targeting this external liquidity as your take profit. Easy peasy, no stress. As you can see, market actually take profit. So that's how to identify breakout structure, the valid one. Okay, so that's just it. Let's see if we can see another example. I don't want the video to be too long. 15 minutes or so is okay. So let's see another example. Let me go to another pair. Let's check AUDJPY. 4 hours first. It might not be 4 hours anyways. Depends on the kind of trader that you are. So or just follow the procedure. That's all. I think I can see a breakout here. We have a breakout here. Although this market is literally buying. Yeah, this was the last time market broke out to the upside. Then we have this protected low. But still, that doesn't still stop me from counter trading the trend. Yeah, it doesn't stop me from counter trading the trend. So if you understand market structure, counter trading is not going to be a problem. So we have what? We have a breakout here to the downside. Let's see if we are going to be seeing a confirmation to sell as per the breakout structure thinking. Okay, let's go to 15 minutes. Let's see. Let's go to 15 minutes. Let's see if we are going to be seeing a breakout structure, a valid breakout structure to sell the market. uh this is the place, actually. So as you can see, we must be having another block here, but market ignore it. Yeah, I have a video on why market ignores other block. Okay, you can just go through to the chart and check the video. That way. So but if I want to sell this market, I will sell this market. Why? Is because I think market has given us a, market has done a lot of things. The market has given me a confirmation here to sell. Not only that, market has taken out inducement or liquidity, anyone that I like here. So, but we're not really talking about that. If you still want to know more about inducement and liquidity, check my recent videos. It's there, so you know it. So this 15-minute time frame, what are we going to be needing to see before we continue the sale? We just need the BOS here. But there's no way I'm going to talk about the breakout structure strategy, the forex strategy. I'm not going to be talking about choke. Okay, but I just want you guys to understand very well. Okay, because some people doesn't really understand how choke work and how BOS works. So we have a choke here. This candle close. Make sure candle closes. Okay, very very important. Okay, and we have a BOS. Easy peasy, no stress. So let me zoom it so that you guys can see. Make sure you have a candle close. As you can see, this candle closes on 15 minutes. This hammer candle closes the low. So that's the valid choke. Then we have a BOS. This bearish engulfing candle closes below this low. Very valid. Okay. So what do you need to do again is just for you to do what? It's just for you to place your selling tool You might decide to sell from the breakout block or from the fair value gap or from the other block, whatever. The most important thing is your stop loss is going to be above the high of the BOS. That's all. Then you target the external range liquidity. That is where the market, where the market was, where the market started giving us a counter buy to the upside. Okay. So now just target this external range liquidity. Easy peasy. Don't be a greedy trader. You know what I mean by that? Don't be a greedy trader, okay? A greedy trader is those kind of trader that will be targeting more. They will be like they want to target something more, like, as if they were the one controlling the market. Okay, don't be a greedy trader. Just target the. Some people would even target the internal range liquidity somewhere here. Some people might target here, and they are fine. Depends on the kind of trader that you are. Taking profits depends on the kind of trader that you are. If you are a greedy trader, then you know how to take your profit. A greedy trader will always target unrealistic take profit. This is what we call unrealistic take profit. Anticipating take profit. This is what we call anticipating take profit. That means take profit that is not real, that is not real. Okay. The only realistic take profit is the external range, which is this one. Easy peasy. That is the only realistic take profit. And also the internal range liquidity too. We have a realistic take profit there too. So, but mostly according to technical analysis, according to histories, according to researches, so this is where you're supposed to target as your take profits. Okay. So as you can see, that's how to identify breakout structure, guys. That's how to identify a valid breakout structure. Make sure the candlestick closes, and before you can say you have a breakout structure, your candlestick needs to close. Very, very important. Don't play with it, okay? So I think you guys are able to understand breakout structure. So if you watch this video to this end, count yourself as a lucky one, because I know after you seeing this video, you will definitely understand breakout structure in forex trading, like, you know. And also don't forget to share this video to your loved ones, to your friends, to people that are still struggling on how to maneuver their way in technical analysis on the financial market graph. Also, don't forget to share, like, and comment any kind of topics you want us to cover. Then we'll be covering it just like the way we are doing this too, okay? So stay blessed. Bye.